All right, everybody. I'm back now for part 2 of our little adventure here, uh, delving through the catacombs and everything. So I did all the editing and whatnot on the first episode, which of course should be up by now. If you're clicking on this one, you probably clicked on that one. But I did notice the audio was fairly low in that. I've tried to fix it a little bit. Hopefully I'm coming through a little more clearly. Actually, something I did forget to do. So I was gonna turn these down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Just a little bit. Oh, let's save too. There we go. But hi everybody. We're back for another exciting episode of me just crawling through some dungeons. All ready to go. I've got my beer. Oh, here's level 3 already. I did load it back up. Oh, there's an arrow. To kind of get a little bit of a level, before continuing on. Make things a little easier and not subject you guys to having to watch any of that. Dead Eye, some magic resistance and some magic immunities. This guy sounds tough. Oh. I guess not. Wow. That was pretty easy. Okay. Yeah. I need to keep reminding myself to maybe talk a little bit louder, kind of project some more so that you guys can hear me more clearly in the videos. I know, unfortunately, after work for me, my voice is a little shot because I spend my entire day talking. Because basically, I'm a trainer for a company, so I spend my whole day, training new associates or people that have gotten promotions or anything, just teaching them, all about our policies and, how to do their job, all the crazy stories that I have from, my time before being a trainer. Which they usually seem to enjoy. I'm very glad about that. I've got some awful stories, unfortunately. Because before this, because the company I work for is a grocery chain, so before I did what I do now, I worked in the stores as a manager. I was a closing manager to close every night. Make sure everything's spick and span for the morning and everything. So everything's all good. But we had some stuff go down at the last store that I worked at. Just not too long before we leave. I'm tripping over my words already. You can tell I've had a long day today. But not too long before I left, we had an issue with drugs in our stores, of course. People doing them in the bathrooms and whatnot. So there's this guy. He's been in there for a while and alright, what's going on? We need to check on this guy. And ooh, what's over here? The butcher is. I can see his shiny square in there. He'll probably wreck me if I try to take him on now, approach him, whatever. But anyway, so this guy's taking a while. He's in the bathroom, and we gotta go and get him out of there. So we just kind of go in that restroom, knock on the stall, and be like, "Hey man, you good? You need some help or whatever?" He's like, "Yeah, just let me finish. Almost done." I'm like, "All right, cool." And one of the other managers who was there, he's like, "Well, I'm curious. I'm gonna see what he's doing." So he has the great idea to just peer underneath the stall really quick, just to see his feet or whatever, see if he really is sitting on the toilet like he says, or whatever he's doing. And so this guy is laying completely naked. He is just bare naked, laying on his back, just tugging on his stuff, having the time of his life. And, I guess that's why you don't look underneath the bathroom stalls, you know, in public restrooms. Ugh. We also had an old man peanut drinking fountain before I left, which was super fun, you know, to... Oh, jeez, I'm gonna die, not even paying attention. Oh, distracted by my own stuff. I have too many mana potions, I don't even want to use these things. Crap. Probably gonna have to make a trip to the town pretty soon. Oh, jeez. These guys are just... They are hurting me. Maybe I should have leveled a little bit more before recording this for you guys today. Ooh, I got a nice club. Some money. We're gonna try and just pick them off, like, one at a time as best as... Let's close this door. Ah, not with me in it, though. There we go. That should help us a little bit. Killing freaking rotting carcasses, zombies, and whatnot. All the skeletons, skelly-bob, skeletopins. This guy's cool, but we're gonna kill him anyway. Smack. All right, let's go deal with these guys, these anuses who are just hurling arrows in our direction. So, I mean, I'm just doing a nice stroll through their dungeon, got me sword out just cause you gotta be protected, you know. Ooh, library book. And they're just like, hey, I'm going to assume that guy's he's another anus. We're going to kill him. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. Ooh, a book of healing. If only I could use that. What, 17 magic? I've got myself a whole 11. Where am I? Yeah, I'm going to avoid the butcher just for right now, because I know if I do try and face him at this moment, it's not going to go well. I'm not going to fare very well. Also, really bad at, you know, memorizing these. Oh, dark passages here too. Like memorizing where I've been recently. So, excuse me for, you know, constantly bringing up the map. Ah, wow, this level's full of these guys.
I gotta pawn some of this stuff.
Dang it. This tiny little inventory can't hold much stuff. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, he's trying to lug this, you know, armor and stuff all over the place with him. There's gonna be some heavy stuff. I don't even want any of this. 1 to 10, mine's 3 to 8. I'll probably keep that. What is this? Oh, money. What is this cap? Is it any better? No, that's even worse. We're gonna leave those there. We're not gonna worry about the, dang it, the caps for right now. Trying to remember, because of course it's been forever since I played this game, how difficult it is down in that, dark passage. Let's just, let's go ahead and check it out. See what it's all about down there. Okay, no issue so far. Right. Smacking some dudes. Smacking them with my sword. Ooh, a warhammer. See, that sounds much better than, like... Oh, wow. Much better than one of those, you know, little clubs that I've been lugging around in my inventory. 5 to 9. See, that sounds amazing. We're gonna put that in there. Woo! Ooh, come on. Ooh, see, that guy's a little. Ooh! There's a good man over here. Flesh clad. That's what he is. Oh, this. One thing I'm not a big fan of is, you know, this kind of deal where they're hiding behind the, I guess basically the map itself, so I can't really see what's going on. I do worry, you know, being new to this. I know, like I said previously, I'm just doing this because it seemed like a fun idea. But whenever I do anything, like anything new, I'm always like worried about like doing it right. Unfortunately, so I'm like kind of worried. I don't want to talk too much, but I don't want to talk too little either. Because I mean, the whole point of like that no commentary version is, you know, there's no talking. So I do want to. These guys just. I want to get to that water over there. Is that everyone? No, no, there's beefcake hiding over here. Look at them back muscles. They look like pets. That is honestly like part of the reason for the beer. I mean, like I really do enjoy beer. You know, I've also got some whiskey, some good whiskey. I'm a huge fan of whiskey. I've got with me right now a Booker's from 2018, Kathleen's batch, which is a very, very nice bourbon. I love it. But yeah, part of the reason that I even have that, you know, before the recording and everything is because I worry about being too quiet. Because as I mentioned in the last one as well, I'm not really a chatty person, you know. It seems kind of surprising considering my job is to, you know, to talk to people all day. But I'm also kind of tired. Nice. Of, you know, talking all day. I don't really want to come home and do more chatting. But this is nice. This is fun. Let's go ahead and use one of these town portals. Let's get rid of some of this stuff that's just taking up all the space in my inventory. I should probably get rid of some of these mana potions too. Because I, at the current moment, have no use for them whatsoever.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
I'm gonna sell all the stuff I don't want. Gonna repair the stuff I do. Premium items, what does he have? Grand Armor of Might. Yeah, that sounds expensive. Cloak of Light, Mace of Skill, so we're gonna leave those alone. Go ahead, grab a couple potions. Ooh, Scroll of Inferno.
What's that you say? The mere presence of the demons has caused the water to become tainted? Oh, truly a great evil lurks beneath our town. But your perseverance and courage gives us hope. Please, take this ring. Perhaps it will aid you in the destruction of such vile creatures. What ails you, my friend?
I completely forgot that I even had to talk to him. To finish out that quest. Ring of Truth. Let's see, what is it not identified? Where's Kane?
Hello, my friend.
Identified.
Stay a while and listen.
Okay, so what does it... Oh, -1 damage and so plus 10 hit points, resist all, plus 10%. That sounds like some good stuff to me. But yeah, going back to a conversation that's... Oh, no. No, automap available. That's lame that I would even try that. But going back to a previous conversation... Dang, what was I about to say? Yeah, I'm not a super chatty person, but I do... Whenever I do something new, I want to do it, even though it is for fun, and I am really enjoying this. I do want to do it... In my eyes, I want to do it right. So if there's going to be commentary, I want to have that commentary, you know?
I sense a soul in search of answers.
I got stuff I don't want. I keep trying to use the mouse wheel. Maybe I should actually use this with my next level, just kind of add to that so I have it in case I do need it. That might actually be a pretty good idea. Yeah, we'll hold on to that. Portals. Level 7 now. I don't recall, like, at all how difficult the butcher is supposed to be. So let's go ahead and wander out of this area. Ooh. That is some potent whiskey. Already, I can't remember if I said this earlier, but that Booker's, the 2018 Kathleen's batch, it's 63% alcohol, so it's it hits you. Like, it doesn't have a lot of alcohol burn, because it's not watered down or anything, but it still has a lot of like good spice, like some pepper to it, which I think is amazing. But you can tell it's a 63% whiskey, alcohol, whatever. Firewall. Up to level 1. We don't want to go that way. I do prefer the higher proof whiskeys, not because, you know, alcohol or whatever, but just for me, they're the lower proof ones. To me, they taste watered down, which, I mean, technically they are. That's the whole reason that they're lower proof. Ooh. And I don't like that kind of thin flavor, I guess is how I would describe it. Like, even like good whiskeys that are lower proof, they taste to me kind of thin. They don't have the warmth, I suppose I would say, that like the higher proof ones do. Like, my favorite whiskeys are almost all like barrel proof whiskeys. You know, it tastes exactly how it came out of the barrel. There's no messing with it, basically. I don't think I want to carry any of these. Ooh, soul pus. Some magic resistances and no immunities. I'm gonna bash him in the head with my mace. Oh, he dropped this thing. I don't know how you say this word. A falcon or falchion? I have no idea. But I have one now, sitting in my inventory. Okay, you know what? I am feeling pretty confident. I think we are gonna go knock on the butcher's door, see if he's home. Which, I mean, if he wasn't so, like, bright and shiny, we wouldn't know. But I can see clearly through his walls that he's standing right there, just chilling. Probably watching some TV or something, sitting on the couch. He's got his potato chips with him. Maybe some pizza, enjoying a beer as well. Just like, yeah, this is some good stuff. Watching, like, I don't know, roadkill accidents or something, because he's into that kind of stuff. Or maybe he's into, like, dramas. I don't know, like watching The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Whatever his speed is, you know. I don't know. I don't know what a man does when he spends all his time, you know, murdering people and sticking them on hooks. What does this person enjoy? We're gonna knock on his door. We're gonna find out. Excuse me, I'm like distracting myself. I'm trying to check, oh wow. I was trying to check where I am time-wise with the recording. And, I didn't even realize how long I'd been going at this already. Right now it says nearly 20 minutes. Yeah, there's a 20-minute mark. That's, okay. I'm not worried about, like, doing a specific time for the episodes or anything. I'm just gonna kind of go, just go with the flow. Once I feel like I'm done recording, I'll either split it into different episodes or I'll just do one, like, long episode. Just kind of, you know, depending how I feel about it. Ooh, he hasn't noticed me. I'm about to get my shit wrecked. Look, I got a pizza. Yeah, it is fresh. How did you know? Okay, I am not. Okay, I hit him once, twice. I'm sure this is like the most intense battle for you to watch on screen. Basically me swinging at the air and sometimes hitting him. Because he just has amazing dexterity as a large man with a hanging gut. You know, with his massive cleaver just flailing. Now we can do this. Oh!
The spirits of the dead are now avenged.
Really? 4 to 24 not identified. I remember this game being a lot more difficult as a child, which can probably be attributed to me, you know, having been a child at the time. Lots of dead people. He took off all of their clothing, so he's definitely into some weird stuff. Maybe. I don't know. What do you do with people when you hang them up? Are you supposed to take off their clothes? Is that just what's expected? He's still super shiny and glowy. Or, you know, I don't know, because I feel like if I put people on hooks, why undress them? That just feels like extra steps, you know? It just seems kind of unnecessary to me. But maybe in that circle of business or whatever you want to call it, that's just what people do. I don't know. Level 4, so we don't gotta worry about. Ooh, excuse me, trying to find that alcohol's making itself known in my stomach. I'm not really feeling it too much yet. But I know that whiskey, it's gonna, when it hits me, it's gonna hit me. Jeez. I do hope as well that you guys can't hear my furious clicking. Once again, I'm doing that. Doing that super jank thing, trying to mute it by putting a shirt over my hand. Nice. Let's add just some more dexterity, because it took us, you know, quite a minute just to hit the butcher. Mm, 16 gold pieces. I do feel more comfortable as well with the whole talking to the air and everything. I know it's only the second episode. But I don't. If you haven't done it, if you haven't just tried anything like this, just recording yourself talking to an audience that's not there. Well, if you're like me, of course, who I'm kind of a socially awkward person to begin with, to be completely honest. I'm not the best when it comes to socializing. So if you're like me and you're trying something like this for the first time, it is pretty awkward, to be honest, to try and sit there and basically talk to yourself as though you're chatting with somebody who's, they're not contributing to the conversation, they're just there to listen. You know, someone just staring at you saying, alright, just unload your last story on me. I could talk more about my terrible stories from work. But I'm so glad to be in the position that I am in now, rather than working in the stores like I was doing before. I was not happy in the stores whatsoever, so I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I had when it came along for me to move up the way that I did. Especially because I don't think I technically qualified for the position when I first put in for it, because what they wanted was someone who was a department lead, and I was a manager, but I was not technically classified as a department lead. So I don't know, but I had a really good interview. And that was enough to get them to say, you know what, we want to take this guy and we want to bring him on board. I had a 2-hour, well, I think it was like an hour and a half or something. It was supposed to be 2 hours, but I had to give a presentation and all that for the job, which was for me pretty nerve-wracking because once again, as I've mentioned a million times at this point, not the most outgoing, you know, socially active person. So giving a presentation in front of a group was pretty nerve-wracking for me. But I think I did something that I know at least the person I was interviewing with, because it was like a group interview as well. The person I was interviewing with, at least they didn't do this. I don't know if anyone else who interviewed did this. But I was a little bit different in that I asked like my okay, I'm like tripping over my words right now. You gotta I'm sorry, give me a second. So it was me and one other person, and I was, you know, I was complimenting that other person, saying like, good job, you're doing really good in this interview. You know, your presentation was solid, not tripping on your words, like I'm sure I had been. I made sure to compliment them because even outside of the whole interview thing, I want people to know when they're doing a good job. I was always that manager who was like, thank you. I know you're just doing your job or whatever, but thank you for doing it. Thank you for, you know, taking care of what needs to get done. And my people seem to really like me, you know, for that. I've got a lot of, you know, positive, I guess reviews from people that I used to manage, because I did my best to take care of them. I really tried to. Interesting how I'm not talking whatsoever about the game at this point. But this is it's my video. I'll talk about what I want to talk about. If you don't like it, well, I do apologize, but you don't have to watch the video. I do hope that you do, and you kind of support me in this random endeavor I decided to undertake. But if you're not interested in my work-related stuff, there's also that no commentary version. I don't know when I'm going to get to that, though. I mean, if you're watching this now, it's probably already up. Ooh, I got hit in the back with an arrow. But yeah, so I mean, I really did my best to be like a good manager in terms of like taking care of my people. So like I did butt heads with upper management every so often because I was more focused on, you know, taking care of everyone instead of taking care of the company, which that sounds really bad. It does. I mean, I still did my job. I was still, outside of that, a really good manager. I was always on top of everything. I did my job very well. I'm very knowledgeable, which is part of the reason why I even got the whole job as a trainer, because I do know what I'm doing. It's not like I'm just BSing my way through everything. But yeah, I did butt heads sometimes when I saw something that was wrong, because upper management, at least in this company, the ones that I worked with, so this isn't true of course with everybody, but the ones that I worked with, they liked to cut corners, and they did not treat their people very well. And, you know, being the kind of person that I am, that bothered me very much. You know, I think it's very important to treat your people well. I mean, without your crew, you cannot run a store. What are you going to do if everybody hates you and doesn't want to do what you're asking of them, you know? But just in general, I think you just want to treat people right. You don't want to be, you know, an asshole just because you're an asshole. I mean, there was one manager, me and my wife did work together. That's actually how we met. Classic story right there. But there was one manager we both worked with. We nicknamed him the Towering Anus because he was really tall and he's just an absolute asshole. I mean, he said to her, like thinking that she wasn't gonna take it for, you know, take it wrong. But what he said was very wrong. He was like, yeah, I purposely do not give people hours, you know, give them as few hours as possible to keep them hungry. So whenever I need something, they will come to me out of desperation and do what I need them to do. And that was just That's a horrible thing to say as a manager. You do not want to like make your people desperate just so they'll do what you want. Just treat your people well and they'll take care of you, you know? So, you know, when I went and became a manager, I was like, I'm not gonna be like that. I am not gonna be like all the terrible managers that I had to deal with. I'm gonna treat my people right. I'm like on some kind of freaking soapbox or something. Like, yeah, I'm a good person. Yeah, holy shit, I did good, but I mean, I did my best. I wasn't always the best because it gets kind of stressful when, you know, you have to run a store. But, I mean, I tried to do my best, and I always tried to do right by my people. When I saw something was wrong, I would talk to them, and I would try to fix it for them with upper management, with district and everything. I would do my best, as much as I could. But looking back on all of it, I'm glad that I could have been that manager for a lot of people who really appreciated it. I'm gonna go to town. My inventory, of course, is full to the brim again. But yeah, I'm glad I could have been that manager for some people. But I'm also very glad to no longer be working in the stores and no longer be a manager. I would much rather be a trainer. Just taking care of, you know,
Hello, my friend.
all the
Stay a while and listen.
new people. Let's go ahead and identify all this stuff. We got plenty of money. Altered durability, what does that mean? Unusual item damage. It's only got 10 durability. That's some booty. I don't want none of that, like, no durability stuff. 4 to 8, resist lightning, mine's 5 to 9.
Hello, my friend.
I
Stay
want
a
to talk to you,
while and
King.
listen.
I mean, he's great, but
Whoa,
I'm
what
trying
can I
to
do for
something.
you?
I don't think I need any of this right now, to be honest. I mean, the cleaver is obviously like really great item, lots of damage, but it only has 10 durability. And I don't want to be running back and forth because my cleaver's like falling to pieces, you know, in the middle of a dungeon or anything like that. I do apologize for my whole tirade
what can I do for
about
you?
like being a good manager and all that. I'm sorry if I annoyed anybody with all of that. But kind of again, like, I don't know, it's my video.
What ails
If
you, my
I
friend?
just want to chat about things like that, I'm gonna chat about things like that. Potion of full healing. I should buy some more. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna get rid of a couple. Oh, and I forgot to add to my magic. Of course. I'm at 13, I need 17. So I think with my next level, I'm gonna go ahead and, just toss that on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and add to that. I do think, though, that I'm going to probably end this episode about here. I have been going for over a half hour, and I've done plenty of rambling at this point. I'm gonna go grab another beer, probably a little bit more whiskey, and I'll meet you guys back for the next episode. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. If you enjoyed this video, please watch the next one. If you didn't enjoy it, well, I'm cracking my knuckles. If you didn't enjoy it, I'm sorry. But there's plenty of other ones out there. If you want to watch someone else do this whole thing, then more power to you. I do support that. Enjoy your day, your night, whatever time it is out there. You all just have a wonderful time. Thank you for listening to me. All right, bye.